This week's question is, can a prenup be good for my marriage? The answer is yes, if you do it correctly. A prenup can be one of the best things you do for your relationship, or it can be a huge red flag depending on what you write into it. Let's hit this up front. If you intend to write a prenup that says whoever the wealthier spouse is keeps all the assets and the less wealthy spouse is left penniless if they dare leave the relationship, then yes, that prenup isn't going to have a positive impact on your marriage. If you wait until the last minute and spring a prenup on your partner without having had any discussions before drafting it, that's not going to do your relationship any good. If you drop a one-sided prenup on your fiance after the wedding invites have gone out and say, sign this or the wedding is off, that prenup is going to hurt your marriage, no question. But if you're listening to this video, you would never do that, right? You want to improve your chances of staying married. A prenup done correctly should prevent arguments, not just in the event of divorce, but during the marriage itself. Money is one of the top things married couples argue about, if not the top thing. If you can prevent those arguments by getting on the same page when it comes to your finances, that will benefit your relationship. The average couple getting married today is around 30, with about 8 to 10 bank accounts between them, 5 or 6 credit cards, multiple retirement accounts, student loan debts in the tens or hundreds of thousands, car loans, a mortgage, a home with equity, maybe a small business. And some people think you can just combine all of that without any friction at all. It's no wonder couples bungle this process. Can you imagine entering into a business partnership without defining how you were going to fund the business, who had access to what accounts, what expenses are approved and which ones need to be discussed, and who owns what stake in the business? You'd never do that with a business partner. No, the business is way too important to just wing it. So why would you do this with your life partner? That relationship is way too important to just wing it. It deserves at least as much respect and thought and planning as a business partnership, probably more. When you get married without a prenup, every single paycheck either of you receives from the day of the wedding forward is considered legally to belong to both you and your spouse. And everything that paycheck touches, your retirement, your car, your checking account, your savings account, and yes, your business too. Your marriage partnership entails all of those things put together. A prenup can be as simple as deciding what's mine, what's yours, and what's ours. And having that simple conversation at the beginning of the relationship and making sure you are 100% aligned is going to pay dividends throughout your entire relationship. Not answering that question, ignoring these questions like many couples do, it's not just something that comes up in a divorce case, it's something that left unanswered causes tension and resentment during the marriage itself. That's what a good prenup does. It's the partnership agreement for your marriage. Yes, it defines what happens if it ends, but the real magic is defining how you keep it running smoothly during the relationship itself.